What is happening, y'all? It's your boy Q Monster here, back at it once again. We're about to go ahead and check out some more Easter eggs for WandaVision episode 8. And make sure y'all go ahead and check out my video when I did my review on it. And I hope y'all did. I hope y'all already did caught up, because like I said, I will be talking about some spoilers on there too. Well, I did talk about some spoilers. Well, spoilers. Can't pronounce it right. Cannot talk right now. Spoilers. I meant to say for that on that video. The video I did the other day, talking about WandaVision episode 8. So I'm pretty sure y'all caught up and everything. So, but let's go ahead and check out some more Easter eggs, man. Let's see what they got going on for us.
Bulk of the series in the rearview mirror, Disney Plus's WandaVision
refuses
to let up. Episode 8 sheds some light onto Wanda's past, how her hex came to be, and why. Plus, so many witches. Here's the end of episode 8 explained. Previously on doesn't open in the sitcom-inspired fashion of most previous WandaVision episodes, instead opting to kick off with a flashback. The year is 1693 in the town of Salem, Massachusetts, where a coven of witches punishes Agatha for her crimes. According to her mother, Agatha betrayed them by seeking knowledge that was forbidden and delved into dark magic, breaking the coven's
far
rules.
beyond my
they attempt
time.
to use their combined strength against her, but Agatha is far too strong, defeating her fellow witches and taking their power, their lives, and her mother's brooch, which we've seen her wear on just about
that scene was just crazy, man. Like, she took out all the witches, even her own mother.
Exactly what she wants from Wanda.
Almost thought her own mother was about to stop her though.
Wanda's power is unmatched.
Agatha must be that powerful.
She's in Westview. Agatha is going to do everything she can to extract what magical power she can from Wanda. Additionally, it shows how far she has come in her studies, gleefully demonstrating her magical gifts to Wanda without a moment of hesitation. Also, it's a fine way to call back to Agatha Harkness's origins in Marvel Comics, where she lived through the Salem witch trials. Much like in WandaVision, comics Agatha survives well into the modern day and continues to practice her craft. She eventually befriends Wanda, becoming her mentor and helping her hone her oftentimes uncontrollable abilities. While it doesn't appear as though Agatha will take Wanda on as a pupil by next week's episode, you can't exactly rule it out. After all, anything can happen in WandaVision and the MCU. In hopes of unlocking the secret to Wanda's immense power and possibly finding a way to take it herself, Agatha leads Wanda on an emotional journey throughout her memories, sort of an MCU-style tribute to another classic TV show, This Is Your Life. Sokovia is the first stop.
This is your life.
The death of Wanda's parents. They then jump to her time as a Hydra test subject. Then the rough time frame between Avengers Age of Ultron and Captain America Civil War, before winding up in Westview pre-Hex. Aside from Wanda herself, the through line that runs along each of these flashbacks is the persistent presence of classic television and Wanda's relationship to it. From the Dick Van Dyke Show to Malcolm in the Middle, Wanda has always found solace in fun, cheesy TV. Simply put, it's the one constant in Wanda's life, sticking around when everyone she's ever cared about is dead and gone. This explains why the Hex takes on these TV-inspired appearances. Wanda's deepest wish is for her life to be a lot more like a television show, with her husband Vision at her side. It's hard to deny that dealing with shenanigans that can be resolved in 30 minutes is a whole, and what they were up to with Vision's corpse. Shortly after returning to life from the blip, a grieving Wanda marches into SWORD's headquarters, hoping to give Vision a proper burial. In response to her arrival, director Tyler Hayward puts the Synthezoid's disassembled body on full display. However, he doesn't just hand Vision over to her, causing Wanda to storm off. She drives off to Westview, New Jersey, which at the time is a normal town with plenty of unassuming residents whom viewers have grown quite familiar with. Wanda arrives at the foundation of a house with the deed to the property she and Vision own, indicating they would have built their forever home in that spot.
This is the part right here.
Grief over what will never be, Wanda releases a huge amount of energy, building her house and turning the entire town into a black and white 1950s sitcom set. This is the obvious
that was a wild scene right there, man.
Influence, making it clear that she's responsible for the Hex's creation. To make the situation even more shocking, we learn here that Wanda never actually stole Vision's body as Hayward previously alleged.
9 days ago, Maximoff stormed our facility, stole the Vision's body, and resurrected him.
She actually
That's all
manifested
lie.
a version
She
of
never
her own
did
to
stole his
exist
body.
solely within Westview. Hence
She
why he
used her
couldn't
own
escape
powers
so easily
to
in
create
episode
him, like,
6,
you know,
all
just
new Halloween Spooktacular. Since
her own
Westview
imagination,
Vision is
her own
technically a
chaos
creation of
chaos
Wanda's
magic
imagination,
powers.
that explains why he's not only alive and well, but was also devoid of his memories until Darcy's history lesson.
Wanda killed me?
Yes. But it's not that simple. You asked her to do it.
Why would I have done that?
Wanda's abilities on the
you
big
had no
screen
choice,
have
man.
grown more and more ill-defined.
get
as the
bodied by
years have gone
Thanos.
on. What exactly
Took
she
the
can
Mind
do
Stone
and
out of
what
you.
the Mind Stone actually did to her have remained a mystery for some time. Thankfully, WandaVision has begun to set the record straight in a major way, beginning with a flashback sequence in the Hydra laboratory. When Wanda encounters Loki's scepter, the crystal levitates out of it, gliding in front of her face. It then expels a burst of energy, and the silhouette of an angelic being
Now, I did forgot to
briefly
mention
appears
that
in its
part
glow before
during my
disappearing
review.
entirely.
When she
Without
saw, like,
any
a
context, this moment
vision
raises
of
plenty
herself, her
questions on
true
its own,
self,
many of which get an
Scarlet
answer in
Witch.
some form later on,
You know what I'm
thanks
saying?
to Agatha's exposition.
with the
You're
outfit
supposed to
and
be a
all.
myth, a being
with the,
capable
headgear.
of spontaneous creation.
Agatha then notes that in creating and living within Westview, Wanda utilized chaos magic. Agatha warns her of the dangers of chaos magic,
Man,
then
she
refers
just
to her as the
exploded
Scarlet
with all her
Witch,
chaos
the
magic
first time
everywhere, you know
Wanda
what I'm
has been
saying? Like,
called this in
man.
the MCU. It's fairly common
Releasing
knowledge
all that
Wanda's
power,
comic
you know
book
what I
alter
mean?
ego
Like,
is the Scarlet Witch.
man,
And the being she saw
she
in
is
the Mind
unstoppable.
Stone definitely resembled her comic book appearance, but chaos magic is a lesser-known element of her character. When the Scarlet Witch first arrived on the page, creator Stan Lee and Jack Kirby didn't rack their brains trying to explain her strengths, ultimately leaving them pretty vague. Years later, chaos magic made its presence felt in the Marvel Comics world, and was described as a type of sorcery that alters the fabric of reality, and, theoretically, has the capabilities to destroy it altogether. This was retroactively applied to the Scarlet Witch to better explain the true depths of her powers. Given the way WandaVision has played out, it's fair to say Elizabeth Olsen's interpretation of Wanda Maximoff is now closer to her
damn
comic
phone
book
keep on
counterpart
going
than
off.
ever before. Hayward and his sword underlings have been up to, and
Oh, that's the
reveal
end credit
is
scene right
creepy.
there.
Using the remains of the original Vision, which, again, Hayward has had this whole time, despite lying about Wanda stealing them. Hayward and his team have brought him back online, now with a white color scheme. He doesn't speak or do much of anything aside from open his piercing blue eyes and become acquainted with his new form. For longtime Marvel Comics readers, Easter eggs like this are impossible to ignore. The
This
West
is
Coast
gonna be
Avengers
crazy,
number
man.
42 kicks off the Vision Quest plotline, at the center of which is the disappearance of Vision and various heroes' attempts to find him. They do just that, but he's in pieces, so tech genius Hank Pym is tasked with bringing him back from beyond the grave. He does so, but the new Vision takes on a ghostly white appearance and lacks all of the emotional development of his previous self. What Hayward has in mind for his Vision, how the reanimated synthezoid will behave, and what Wanda's reaction to White Vision will be, are certainly things worth keeping an eye out for in the season finale. Previously on turned out to be a fairly self-contained story, focusing largely on two main characters. Many WandaVision mainstays were conspicuous by their absence this time around. As far as audience knowledge goes, Jimmy is still outside of the expanded and fortified Hex, likely trying to figure out what happened to his allies. On the other hand, when it comes to Monica and Pietro, things get a bit more complicated. The last fans saw of Monica, she began to tap into her newfound powers before Agatha's faux Quicksilver confronted her outside of the witch's home. Meanwhile, Agatha also revealed that
See, on
she's
episode
not
8, they never did talk
controlling this new
about
version of
Monica
Pietro.
Rambeau and Pietro.
That was you.
You know,
No, it wasn't
I wonder what
literally
happened
me,
to those
just
two
like
during
eyes and
that
ears.
time in
A
episode 8.
possession.
I hope they're gonna try to explain it on the
That
finale.
leaves lots of
which I
questions
guess is
open
gonna be
about just
episode 9.
who he is and where he's from. Questions that will hopefully be answered in the next and final episode. As for Darcy, for all anyone knows, she's still sitting at that intersection, her foot on the brake of a funnel cake truck.
So I'll just meet you there then.
The final episode of WandaVision hits Disney Plus next week. Stay tuned. Check out one of our newest videos right here, plus even more Looper videos about Wanda.
Alrighty, man. So yeah, I mean, I'm actually enjoying this show, enjoying this WandaVision show so far, man. Despite all the sitcoms that we had, you know, early on throughout the season. I mean, throughout the first season of the show and everything. I mean, they really are, you know, digging in some crazy stuff right now. You know what I'm saying? We're starting to see a whole lot of good, you know, a whole lot of crazy stuff happening now. Because, like I said, you know, from this whole thing that I've been learning from this show is that, you know, Wanda is just, you know, she's like, she's going to that dark path, you know what I mean? And that's why she's over creating all this imaginary world that she's trying to live in and everything, even though this is all illusions that she's creating all in her mind. And Agatha, the witch, you know what I'm saying, all she's doing, she just monitoring Wanda's, you know, movements and powers and all this stuff, trying to learn everything, trying to figure out how she's getting this much more powerful and how she's, you know, creating these illusions and all this stuff, you know, how often she's using her chaos magic and all this stuff. She's already, like, you know, picking up on it and everything, seeing what's going on. And she already know what's real and what's not real, you know what I mean? So, it's that type of thing. But, like I said, I mean, like, I cannot wait to see the finale. And plus, it was crazy, you know what I'm saying, seeing that end credit scene with the pale white Vision, with no emotion, no soul or nothing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this dude is going to be a, you know, complete savage, you know what I'm saying? I mean, Hayward, you know, Hayward is like, you know, he's like a clown, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he's over lying and all that stuff. I'm getting the feeling that he's the villain, you know what I'm saying? Like, this dude is being a complete asshole to Wanda and everybody else, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, he's trying to take over the world from what I'm seeing. But, yeah. But episode 8, man, was a pretty good damn show. I mean, I love that episode. I mean, it really did, you know, showed everything what was going on. Because mainly it was just talking about, you know, Wanda's backstory. And even part of Agatha backstory and everything, and how she became to be. So they really did a good job. So I cannot wait to see, you know, episode 9 this week. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready for it. I'm ready to see some more action. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm done with all the sitcoms, all that stuff. All that fairy tale stuff going on, you know what I'm saying? That's way beyond us now. So I'm just ready for some more action, man. Now we back in the MCU area, you know what I'm saying? Back into some serious stuff now. So cannot wait, man. So make sure you post your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know if you let me know if you all caught up with it, and please let me know how you liking the show so far, how you liking the whole season so far, you know what I'm saying? Which episode is your favorite, you know what I'm saying? You know, name them all down in the comments below. Name them all down. And make sure y'all go ahead and check out my my other recent video I did the other day, you know, doing my review and spoilers review for WandaVision. I'm make sure I'm going to change my title though. I know I got it onto I know I got my title, you know, name like, you know, WandaVision episode 8 review. I'm gonna go ahead and change it and put, like, you know, / spoilers and everything. I don't want nobody to get spoiled and everything. I want everybody to get caught up and all this stuff. So, I mean, I guess that's how I do with TV shows now. I just be like doing a review of it, and then I'm just gonna be doing like a little spoiler review. So I'm gonna start doing that. As far as movie go, I'm just gonna be doing review, you know, just spoiler-free review on it, you know, for movies. So, but that's what I'm gonna be doing it now. But anyways, if you enjoy my reaction, make sure you hit that. Wow. Make sure you hit that like button, and always subscribe it and share it. I'm gonna catch you guys later. Deuces. As you can see, I'm just not staying focused right now. It's still early, you know. I don't know, y'all. Catch you guys later, man.